Hello, coming in. So, happy Sunday. It is, this would be considered the first full week of August, okay? Um, but we're here already. It's a big week, um, with a lot of stuff going on in the cosmos, in the skies, okay? We have a lunar eclipse which is midweek this week. I think it is on Wednesday. It's the 12th, I believe. Okay. So, with that being said, lunar eclipse happens on a new moon. Okay. So, we'll get into that a little bit more. Um, I'm just coming in real sporadic. Just trying to do something quick. I have to run to the post office and ship off an order. So, with that being said, if you are interested, definitely check out the Cosmic Creations. Um, Candles, wax melts, mist, which can be sprayed on your body, in your home, in your car. And I also tried a little sample of some foaming soap. So those not too sure about how I'm gonna do it, but they pretty they pretty much smell really good. And I actually could see the dirt coming off my hand. Okay, so and it's all sourced from my same company that I deal with here locally in Georgia. It's the Peach State Candle Supply. So I love them. Shout out. All right. So and this is something else that I found. I love this. It's very informative. Kate's Magic. Um, which is not all for, it's not all Kate's Magic, but it's like a lot of information that was put together. I found this when I was cleaning out my drawer. So this is something I'm glad I did keep. Because it's got all kinds of like good information. For instance, this one is talking about like aromatherapy, okay? And this is talking about all the different oils you could use. Um, this one is also talking about the different products that she sold. So I got this a couple years back from the gym show. So she did a lot of stuff. Um, yeah, I'm not into all of this, but it's good information, you know. Um, so it's just talking about like all natural herbs, all all natural fragrances. Um, so random, but anywho, let me show you. This is a really good tequila, okay, and it's affordable. And there's some lawsuits going on right now for some of those more expensive tequilas, like Casamigos and I can't remember the other one, Don Julio, and some of those other ones, because they're saying that it's not exactly what they advertised it to be. Okay, and that's usually how things are when it's hyped up, right? It's hyped up, it's popular, but it's not necessarily the best quality. So I always feel if you're thinking about something authentic, right? Tequila is supposed to be authentic from Mexico or some type of South American country. So why not just get a pure South American brand, right? No matter what the name of it is, really. Because at least you know it's going to be pure. It's not going to be all stepped on with different chemicals. My purse, can I tell you, I had this purse for so long and I love it. And I just decided to start bringing it back out. It's one of my Coach bags from the early 2000s. So, still getting good use out of it. But let's look for Sunday, August the 9th. Let's see what we got coming up this week. And I was planning on just coming in and doing a quick finance read, finances and career read, and then I'll be back. But let's see. So today, the planet of Mercury moves into Leo. This is a fantastic new way that we can head into the eclipse season. This will help us to speak highly of ourselves and also activating the law of attraction in our favor. Mm, so that's pretty good. And Moon is actually in Cancer right now. So we'll look at that. Let me see where's my phone. I didn't want to do too much or I didn't want to do too much just yet because I want to still do the August read because I haven't done that yet. So I actually need to do that as well. So let's see. Oh, yeah. So the man who ran a psychic fair, unfortunately, they said he passed away. So it's really sad. Um, Let me see here. It's a family owned business. So yeah, I didn't get notified specifically, but I had like two people let me know. So that's sad to hear. He was a interesting man, definitely. I wouldn't say he was a sweet man because he didn't show emotion really. And he was a hypnotist and a mystical like teacher. So he didn't show a whole lot of emotion. I did give him a reading one time though. And like I said, he didn't really let me know if he connected with me or not. He just had a straight face. But the fact that they let me still come, I must have been okay with them. So I'll have to reach out to Dr. Sherry and let her know my condolences. That's tough. So, Moon in Cancer today, right? It whispers to you to honor your feelings and the soft undercurrents of your intuition. It's a time for deep cleansing. You might find clarity in murky waters of your past. Lunar energy cradles this nurturing aspect of your psyche, urging you to address unresolved wounds and tender memories. Allow yourself to retreat, reflect, and find solace in quiet moments. It says embrace the energy of this waning moon to release what no longer serves you. It's not merely about letting go, it's about creating space for renewal. Yep. So let's see. Cancer is the mother energy, so use this time to nurture yourself while seeking clarity on your next steps. Okay. And then, like we said, the solar eclipse is coming through. Yes, it's on Wednesday. And then there will be a lunar eclipse at the end of August. So, like I said, I'll do that reading separate. So this is not too long, but we'll just do a quick look into the finances and the career. Okay? Because the money is funny right now, okay? So just embrace the changes. Do what you can, right? To save for a rainy day. But most of the time, you're not supposed to do that. And I always felt that. And I love when I get confirmation for things that I thought of long time ago. Because that's the whole energy of like hoarding or holding on to something out of fear or holding on to something out of lack, right? So if you have money, right, you're supposed to keep it circulating, keep the energy flowing. Not to say you spend everything down to the last dime or get into the negative, but you're supposed to like keep stuff flowing, okay? And I don't know, y'all probably recognize this shirt. I've had this shirt for so long. And of course, I got plenty new clothes, but I just like what I like. So, now here you go. Four of coins. Definitely about being stingy in a way when it comes to your money. Because the coins could definitely be your financial stability, your land, your mental um, capabilities, anything that is something that can ground you or stabilize you. Okay. So, with it like this, yeah, again, keep your feet on the solid ground, meaning make sure that you're secure in where you are sitting, where you're standing, where you lay your head. Okay. Make sure that's stable. Then it goes up to the heart space and the stability within the sacral and solar plexus areas. Okay, so that middle section is a way to protect yourself. Okay, so again, health is wealth, right? Also, um, passions. Your passions can lead to wealth or can lead to stability for you. So you're supposed to make sure you're guarding that very close. Okay. Same with the mental up here. The way you think, the way you operate, the way you do certain things could be a way to generate wealth. Okay. Or some type of new ideas or new way of understanding that could help you to get in this type of position. Because this is, even in the standard deck, it's kind of like a rich man, okay, or somebody who is very well off and could be like kind of cutthroat because he's not really sharing his wealth, he's not sharing his knowledge, okay, and he's definitely not sharing his secrets or the stuff that's close to his heart, okay. So keep that in mind. Now let's see what else when it comes to the career and finance. Okay, got two. Huh, interesting. King of Coins reversed. So again, King of Coins is somebody who is stable in their finances, somebody who is in control of themselves here. So with this being reversed, we could have gotten in a position where we possibly lost control or things started getting a little bit too much for us to handle, okay? So this is potential, right? Where you spending more than you make, or you're not really keeping track of expenses, and you just maybe like bouncing things around. This could be that. Or you're forgetting some type of like responsibility, or something like that. It could be priorities have been out of whack here, or you're trying to play catch up in some type of way, which is not that bad. It happens, okay? Especially right now, the economy is tore up. So the good thing is that you're a king. You can figure it out. You can make the money back. Okay? You can get back on top of things. All right? And then, yeah, two of coins, excuse me, two of swords reversed. This is like some type of story or something that you weren't clear on, or decision that you were not clear on moving forward about. Okay? This could have been within the past 2 to 3 months. Okay? Because it's going back to Taurus. Taurus season. Yeah. So April, May could have been something that you thought about doing and you put it off. And now you need to go ahead and take action on it. So let's see what else. And dang, I didn't know this video was that long. So I wasn't expecting that, because I was rambling a little bit. Lover's card. Nice. So Lover's card, and the fact that we're not talking about love right now, is about uniting certain things. So again, the masculine is normally the one that is more business minded, more focused on future, more focused on, you know, being a provider, or okay, what do I have to do to make sure I'm in control, or going back to the king, he will figure it out on how to get back in a stable position, right? So that's the masculine. The feminine side, when it comes to money, when it comes to finance, is more lighthearted, right? Like kind of what I said. If you spend the money, you can think about how you can get it back. Or you're investing in your beauty, right? You're investing in yourself in certain ways to where your money like comes back to you based off of the things that you input to your partner sometimes, okay? But in regards to just the one person, we have to unify both sides of things. So let's put this in perspective. For instance, say as a man, right? You're gonna be like, okay, wife, here is however much money to go to the grocery store and make sure we got food for the week. All right? So, a strong, loving, caring woman that knows how to make things multiply in abundance, right? Is going to take the $100 or whatever it was, right? And work around the store to make it work, to make it stretch, to make it multiply, right? Because she's thinking about the family also, and how to build within the unity. A selfish person would take $100 and maybe go out to eat with it and spend $30, or go buy one meal that costs $25 or something like that. They're not thinking for the collective, all right? So when it comes to ourselves, we have to think more for both what's our wants and also what's our needs, okay? And merge it. Now, in the higher realms, we get everything we want, and we're never in lack, and we never have to be like, okay, I would rather have this if I can't have that. We can have everything that we need. So we have to just kind of stay in that mindset because the angel is what brings it all together. So that's going back to having faith. So keep that in mind. Like I said, it's not all about if you're a couple. It's about thinking about what's best for you and your future and your financial growth, your stability, your health, your wealth, right? And one more thing. Nice. Got another angel, temperance. So it's going to balance out. You'll be able to see when you are obedient or when you do what you're supposed to do and think more sound minded, right? Angels, energy, divine, heavenly bodies, whatever you want to call it, they're going to pour in more and keep it flowing, right? So, everything in due time. Now, let's see, anything else? I'm just going to pull what's the tea. Caught a case. So, again, going back to health is wealth. Keep that in mind, all right? And again, sometimes we might not have the money to go to the doctor or to go, eat organic food or go and, you know, get the weight loss shot, right? We just have to do what we can with what we have and just think more forward, all right? So, in my case, I didn't eat all day, right? And unfortunately, it's like 7:30. But you know what I did? Because I didn't feel like cooking and I didn't feel like spending a whole lot of money to eat, I just went to Sonic, okay? And I just got me a nice little meal. It's real quick, and I'm less than $10 down. Okay, but again, I'm just me. I'm a single person. I planned it this way. If I was down to $10, right? Say if I only had $10, but I had kids or I had a husband, I would really have to take that $10, right? Go buy me some hamburger meat or buy me something, and actually make it stretch for the family. So, goes back to doing what you got to do, playing the hand that you were dealt. Okay? And this is a sign giving money. So, somebody could be giving us money. Let's claim it that way. We don't want to necessarily be the one handing out money. Unless you have it to give, if you do, give it in a blessing, give it in abundance to somebody. And of course, it will be multiplied for you. All right? So, love you. Check you later.